Yes, sir. Straighten up, sucker, and fly right, man. Check this out, man. And if you ain't heard, man, we official like a referee with Wilson, baby. This is Bald Head Reason. I am your host, Tim Harvey, aka the Boy Wonder, and I am tonight. You dig? I got my boys in the house, man. Obi-Wan, what's up?
I here in the Big Tennessee, baby. Hey, we had a week of bad weather, man. Now we trying to get through it. Man, we had a couple on subdivisions got flooded out, man, and keep them in y'all prayers, man, because they also had a sinkhole open up in one of them neighborhoods, dog. Ooh. And that bad boy was not nice. Yeah, man, keep them boys in y'all prayers, man. All the people that lost their stuff, man. But we ain't have no deaths, man. So that's a blessing right there, man.
Good deal. Good deal.
Oh yeah.
No shout out to old Clark's Vegas.
Clark's Vegas, baby.
Clark's Vegas. Watch dog. What's up, baby? Talk to me.
What's going on there, man? Sending y'all old Friday blessings out here from old state of VA. Hoping y'all have y'all a good one. Find something, it's 5:00 somewhere.
Yeah.
Get your little something, get your little joy juice in your system. And
26 is what we call it. We call it 26.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So hopefully y'all get on up in here and make sure y'all like, subscribe. Yeah, we got on some hats today. We trying to get our stuff right. We're gonna
we're gonna get right.
You know what it's called? It's called BaldHeaded.
Yeah.
But today, sometimes we wear a hat. All right.
Sometimes we wear hats. When we in between shade day, like your boy, I gotta attend a wedding tomorrow, and I gotta be fresh, tomorrow. So I'm gonna get me a clean shave, but today, I might be looking a little George Jefferson. So I can't be letting you see.
Look, a little cotton patch going on.
Little patchy. Yeah. Big Love, what's going on?
Man, not too much, man. What's going on? Hey, America, y'all see them boys done switched up on me today, man. They done threw them hats on. I'm the true bald head reason of this.
You cleaned up, dog. You might be the only one that makes some sense tonight because you cleaned up, dog.
Bald head reason of the night, but we gonna roll.
Yeah.
With it. Episode 30 something. I don't know what it is, but we moving on up.
32. It was 32, baby.
Right.
2G32. Yes, sir. Hey, man, check it out, man. Welcome to BaldHead Reason, powered by New Spot Alert ATL, man. We're going to jump right into our first segment. It is called The Head Lead. Gentlemen, what impact will mental health have on America during these difficult times? And what are some of the things we can do to deal with all the stress that we're enduring right now? Watch out. Start us up.
Well, since you're going to start with me, I'm going to start it up on the reverse order. What can we do, or some of the things that we can do to deal with the stress?
Take a drink.
I'm going to have a little sip for that and let you know that's one of the things that you can do for the stress. But you can also go seek some professional help. They got the VA out there, and even though there have been just some substantial cuts, hopefully they still kept some folk out there that have other than bubblegum degrees and can talk to you about your issues and get you straight and try to keep you straight on the straight and narrow and make sure we safe for everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we need because you cutting on folks. But when we talk about what impact on mental health have on America during these difficult times, man, it's a lot. Because a lot of people was trying to, those things that they was holding back, they had ways to cope and deal with that stress. But now they don't really, the uncertainty is more so prevalent than it is for what they was using to cope with that particular stress that they may have had. At this juncture right now, we don't know what's going on. The market going up and down. There's questions about that right now. So all of a sudden, hey, let's do a 90-day pause. Why you did a 90-day pause? Who did you do a 90-day pause? Somebody knew about this 90-day pause because it kind of skyrocketed when he did that 90. When he got word of that 90-day pause. So it's a lot of variables out there that people are starting to try to question about why that happened, and the impact of that. I got a message earlier today that a little while ago, matter of fact, I should say, that ad said that you look in the market for a home, there's a lot of foreclosures now and VA repos and all that. So I'm like, wow, that's kind of ironic that kind of message hits me at this time, because you think about it. With the uncertainty of folk losing jobs and your economic status changing drastically at the snap of a finger, or or the comb over of a hair, and then you say, hey, it's time for people to go, because I think that this is a waste of money when it's not, because you're talking about people's livelihood. Everybody's not millionaires and billionaires. They have all that to fall back on, family money. Everybody don't have that. These people are working these jobs and they don't work their way to these particular statuses because they don't put in the work to get there. So the stress is there. It's there, and finding ways to cope with it is you're gonna have to be creative, because at this particular point in time, the traditional methods of finding ways to get through it are not necessarily the ones that's going to help you these days. You got to step out of your comfort zone and figure out better ways to cope. If you wasn't a fisher, you didn't like to fish before, fishing may be your new vice. You never took up golf may be your new vice. So it's things that you may have to shift to de-stress yourself and get you in a better way. If back in the day when you was a youth, you used to work on vehicles with your pops or your granddaddy, your mother, whoever. You may want to start looking at doing stuff like that and get your old clunker, because that's probably what you're gonna need. Because some of these vehicles, we got to go back to finding ones that we got to, we can be able to work on. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of them you can't work on anymore. I can tell you that right now. If anything come on now, you got to take it to the dealership.
Yep.
You work on my damn lawnmower. That lets you know right there. That lets you know things done changed, dog. Can't even fit. You know what I'm saying? That's when just done got real, dog. You know what I mean? You got when the hell you living in town, you got to take a lawnmower to the dealership, dog. What the hell dealership? I bought this thing from Home Depot. What the hell y'all talking about?
Hey, you got. They come to your home. Hey, we got front door service. They pull up in a box truck with a lift and everything.
Dog. Got me an electric rider, Ryobi.
Yeah.
Electric.
All right.
Hey, them gigantic batteries. Hey, the battery is $500.
Mattress.
Hey, them battery $500. I'm trying to replace the battery in my doggone Eco right now. That must say that'd be $250.
Yeah, they are high. They are high. But you know what though? They cut good. Though.
Oh, hey, wait, hey, make sure you don't turn the dial all the way up and try to follow behind them, because I hate for you to look out there and neighbors say, hey, go catch it. You getting drug across the yard.
No. My router. Man. It's a router.
Yeah, you good. I got that one where you got to walk behind it.
No.
Hey, I messed around, turned that dial up and almost tripped. And forgot to go to the handle.
I got rims and flashing lights, dog.
Well, you had that 3-wheel motion?
I'm out there killing it, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there killing it. Yes, sir. Okay, then. Over one.
Man, let me tell you. Got 3 stages of doggone stress, man. Or mental health, excuse me. Got the prodromal stage, got the acute, and you got recovery, man. Prodromal stage is basically the first, level of your behavior start changing and stuff like that.
Oh, snap. Got Dr. Phil.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a doctor, but I stayed on Holiday Express last night, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't saying that. Go ahead.
That boy.
So what does that big word mean that he just said?
Where he over here? Big 8 words. He done took all the time during the morning show. Come on now.
Yeah, I ain't trying to steal nobody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the acute stage, man, is like that's the most intense. You know what I'm saying? Where you acting out, dude. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much full blown. Mental health. You already had all the symptoms, and you just like you acting out. Recovery, of course, is when you actually you have mental health problems, and you start to try to gain control of those mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So that recovery stage is where we want America to be. But right now, I think we're kind of like in the early stages of the acute, where it's, everybody's divided. You know what I'm saying? Everybody right now is at their wits end, and you know what I'm saying? We want results. You said it during your campaign, now let's show it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not happening. What are some of the things we can do to deal with the stress? You know, we have to look at what's going on with, you know, saying, i.e. the stock market. You know, it's affecting a lot of Americans. You know, like I like to say for us, you know, we can speak for ourselves. You know, we retired military. You know what I'm saying? We got a pension. You know, you know, whatever we invest in, you know what I'm saying, it's going to affect us. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, what about, you know, grandpa and grandma, you know what I'm saying, worked all their lives. You know, they 70 something years old. And, you know, now they got to, you know what I'm saying, deal with this. And the money that they were seeing on a regular basis, now that's being cut. You know what I'm saying? And they're already, I mean, when you retired, you know, in that age, you're living on a budget.
Right.
You know, and now, you know, your money's been cut smaller. So now we're telling these seniors and, you know, the less fortunate, now you got to, you know, basically be creative with your money, you know, for you to make it.
Lean on family to take care of them.
You know, so, you know, it's going to be hard, man. You know, we got to deal with what we got to deal with. You know, a lot of families that, you know, like us, you know, we came up, we didn't have nothing, man. So, you know, on one of our other shows, we talked about how we used to have different types of meals, and we used to, like, you know, your wish sandwiches, and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, your spam and stuff like that. You're gonna be creative with what you have, man, because I ain't gonna lie, man. You probably gonna go to some people's houses now, they ain't gonna have nothing in the cupboard, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they can't afford to go out there and go grocery shopping. You know,
just to clarify, cupboard meaning cabinet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he got me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's the reality, man. And you know what I'm saying? And the people that's actually dealing with other mental issues, you know, like Watchdog said, man, you know, you gotta seek, you know, mental help. You gotta identify that, you know what I'm saying, before it gets out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Family is all we got. You know what I'm saying? We got friends, you know, that we serve with, man, but you know, family sometimes all you got. So, man, when you affect that, you know what I'm saying, that's like the end of the road, man. And you know, we do them 22 push-ups, man, to identify, you know, veteran suicide. But you know what I'm saying, you want to make sure that your family member is not to that point, you know. But you know, other than that, man, you know, we gotta. It's gonna be hard for us to get through these next 4 years. It's gonna be, we have to buckle down, man, and identify what's going on. You know what I'm saying, and you know, families gonna have to work together, man, to get through it.
Yeah, it's a tough time right now, and you know, make a good point there. A lot of the elderly people now, their children are picking up the burden of, like me. I know for me personally, before my mom died, you know, it was a lot on us to try to make sure that she was straight. But fortunately, like you said, it's a lot of us, you know, so we was able to make sure that you know, she had to put well, we had the means to do it. You know, family. That's a whole nother show right there. We had the means to do it though. But like if it works like you said, like it's supposed to be doing, and you got enough people, that's where the burden falls. And you do have to be creative with, you know, trying to make sure that they good and take care of your own income, because when you trying to, the stress alone of trying to make sure somebody else good like that, it affects you more than just the compassion that you're doing, but it affects you financially too, because you know you're kicking out extra money that's coming out of your household. So you're right about that. Yep. Big Lab?
Man, y'all hit the nail on the head, man, several times with everything y'all said so far. And this is a real good topic. You know, it's a real good topic because it's real. It's things that people are going through right now, like real. We have these conversations every day at work, man. And a lot of times, you know, we sit down and we just, you know, shooting the breeze or whatever. We're not intending to lead to these type conversations, but they leading to it because that's what's happening. You know, everybody's dealing with stuff. And so I'm going to say this, and, you know, I don't want anybody out there in America or anybody listen to this thing, man, and take this thing and run with it. But I had a moment this week, man, where I ain't about to go do nothing crazy. All right, America, don't nobody. But I had a moment this week, man, where I said I can understand why people, it's a mental issue. I can understand why people they snap and they do something that's out of character. Because, I looked at my stock account the other day, man, and that's probably one of the worst things you can do. But after doing, reading and listening to the radio stuff, I say, you know what, let me go take a look, and see what this thing's doing. Already knowing I'm about to see red, I already know that. But the amount of red I saw, man, that made me so heated. So like I said, one of the first things I thought was I can see how y'all know what I'm talking about when people snap and they just go and do something, man, just to be able to get the stress off of them. That's the mental stuff that people are dealing with right now. And Obi-Wan, you said it earlier. We've been fortunate, and we've done it. We've done what we had to do to make sure we put ourselves in situations. So I say fortunate, but we've been fortunate to have a pension, and some other opportunities, man, to take care of our families or whatever. But there's so many people that don't have that, and those are the people that's susceptible to snapping. Those are that's susceptible to going out there and trying something illegal or trying something that shouldn't, that they normally wouldn't do in normal circumstances, because they mentally drained right now. And like you said, what was the second stage? What was the second stage? You said
acute. That's the most intense.
Beginning of the acute. We just talking about a few months so far. So we're in the beginning of this acute stage, and people are already having to turn to doing things or thinking things that they normally wouldn't, or trying to, it's good to think outside the box, man, but you can't live your life all the time having to think outside the box. That ain't healthy mentally.
Yeah.
No.
Right now, a whole bunch of people. And it's a mental thing, man, and it's gonna last for a while, because we know by now that this dude and this administration and the people that follow them, they're not gonna turn around. They're not gonna turn the other way. Even that little pause wasn't really a pause to help anybody. That pause was just from hearing some of the people that the few people that he'll listen to that said, "Hey, man, this thing ain't happening the way that you need it to happen," and you losing some people. So that's all that pause was about. That's all it
was. Yeah.
Hey, we losing. People losing money and people losing their livelihood. That ain't what that was about. So I hope people ain't thinking that. Nothing about you, nothing at all. And so, and so what needs to happen? What we need to do. What can help it? I think what we're doing right here. I think podcasts like this, or just talking to your homies, man, or just having a conversation with somebody about it and getting it off your chest. Those things can help. You might have to look into living a different lifestyle. If you've been balling out of control, you've been balling out of control the last 3, 4, 5 years, you might need to think about, hey, I know I'm good right now, but where is this thing going? How am I going to look in about 2, 3 years from now?
Exactly.
Yeah, so you got to start saying, hey, I might not be able to do these same things I do all the time, man. I golf with a lot of guys, and golf ain't no cheap sport, man. Ain't no cheap sport at all. We addicted, man.
It definitely ain't. Hey, in this case, I'm gonna go and throw a plug out there just in case nobody know. If y'all ain't heard of Links to Freedom, y'all need to look up Links to Freedom for vets. And Links to Freedom, they sponsor certain locations, major locations for golf. And provide you with some training with golf professionals, PGA golf professionals as well. Me and Mrs. did it last spring up here at Belvoir. I think they got it down at Bragg, Liberty, whatever the name of it is, right down there, Benning. I think Benning has it, Fort Bliss, Fort Sam, some other locations.
Yep. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
I think I heard of that before. Yeah.
Hey,
it's
I'm gonna tell you right now, good program, because
bigger ones.
I'm gonna disappear for a hot second.
So that was the way.
Too crazy, right?
But it's a few. But that's just one of the things. That's those things I'm talking about that you might have to switch up, and you might have to do something that you don't normally do. And live a life you don't normally live, that's bad in itself that you even got to be thinking like that. Because if you put yourself in a situation, you plan your whole life. You've worked, done everything you need to do. You calculate it, and now you're in the situation you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. But now you got to change. You know what I'm saying? You got to change pace now and do something different. But that's, if you talking about trying to solve it or trying to help with it, that's one of the things you can do, man. So,
and I'm thinking about this as you were speaking, man. You're absolutely right. All your points, everybody's points are absolutely right. But the caveat to that, like you mentioned how, people just go through their life and you think that you're good. But how many times have we seen it in our lifetime where somebody they're at the top of the mountain, everything will be going well, and one thing, it just pretty much
one thing kick off, brother.
One thing, and there's a domino effect, and before you know it, you're in a place that you didn't think you could be, and I could just only imagine how those people that walked into their job, a month ago, 25, 26 years in, and was told that, we're not going to use you anymore. You're done. That's unimaginable,
but it's happening.
And it's happening, because we never lived in a time like that where you would think that, especially in the government realm, you thinking you're a government employee or whatever, man, you got certain securities that come with being a government employee. It used to be that way.
That ain't no easy. That wasn't no easy door to get in, and for folk that think it was an easy door, and folk were just walking in the door. Some folk that may be working for the government, it may took them 3, 4, 5 years to even get in the door, just to make sure they had the right credentials. Cleared up some background information on their stuff. It's not as, you have to pass some security checks. You just can't be anybody.
And there's two sides of that. And you know this, Max, and I know you're a government employee, and I know Noble is too, and Lev, for the most part, you are too, but I know it's state or federal, I know what you're doing. But like, I'm gonna tell you what I witnessed in the job when I was a government contractor on the project I was on at G Army. I saw them come in there and say, we need to hire X amount of COIs, which is what Max was. Max was a COI, and he was a contractor at the time. They said we need X amount of COIs. Well, they put all those resumes in front of the bosses in there, and I watched this with my own eyes. They was like, man, we ain't going through that. Hey, who y'all know that want a job? Mm-hmm. So I swear to God, this is what they did. Mm-hmm. The guy was working on the project right now. They're still there right now. And if he watching this podcast, he don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you how he got hired. I ain't gonna call his name though. But I watched the boss, name was Harold, I won't say his last name, direct one of his partners to get me somebody to fill this spot. He called this guy down at Fort Bragg and said, hey man, you still looking for some work? He said, yeah, man, I'm looking. I got a job for you. Hey, be up here, so and so and so. The guy moved. GS13 slot.
Step right into it.
Phone call. The guy was there Monday morning.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, there were several contractors on the project, like myself. I didn't desire to be no COI because I didn't want to do any traveling at the time because, Maya was very young then, so I was in tune with her going to daycare and all that. But the guys that wanted to become COIs, man, they didn't even have a fair chance to even try to do that. They were telling us to put in resumes and put in for like Roberto and other guys like that. Man, they wasn't even going to be considered, man. It was just a phone call. So you got guys out there that got, master's degrees and all this experience and all that. Man, them dudes wasn't going to hire them guys, man. None of that meant nothing. You know what I mean? And so I know how that is. So, that kind of stuff like that now, the insecurities of, you got people out there, the way I'm looking at it, it's almost like, man, this is unimaginable. I never thought I would see anything like this where you work all them years and put yourself in a position to do what you need to do and just have it taken away from you like in the blink of an eye. That is.
And not even just taken away. Hey, true story today. And, I ain't gonna put no name out there, man, but I got a friend of mine, man. GS been there for years. I'm talking about a couple of decades, man, been in the system, and was looking at people around her and saying, hey, look, either you're gonna have to, you could potentially just lose your job and everything that you worked to get. I'm talking about no retirement, all of that, or the other option is just go ahead and retire, even though you wasn't planning on retiring now, even though you maybe not prepared. She decided to just go ahead and retire today. Well, yesterday, but he told me about it today. Just out of the blue, man, just retiring. And there was no decision to do that ahead of time. But you got putting people in a situation where they're looking around and they seeing, okay, man, these people getting let go just left and right, just like they just come in one day and all they work for is gone. No retirement. Is the best thing to do is just get ahead of the game and go ahead and retire now, even though I really wasn't ready to. I saw that happen today.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's kind of for everybody right now.
Could you imagine, like right now, could you imagine right now if we were in, right, and we hadn't quite made 20 years? You know, when you get around that 19-year mark, and you be like, okay, well, I'm good. Now, everything else is bonus after this, you know. Could you imagine, man, at like 19 years or something, man, you come back from the field or something like that, and you done went out there and did the deed at JRTC or NTC or something, and you walk up in the colonel and tell you, hey, man, we ain't gonna be able to use you no more. All the years. No, you ain't gonna get no more checks.
They're gonna have to lock the arms room, dog.
Yeah.
Hey.
There's gonna be some furniture moving in that conversation.
They already told you to leave your weapon at the staff duty desk. When you walked in, leave it at the CP desk, right there at the desk. Leave it at the desk. Just come on back.
It's not just the job that they're losing. So think about all they're losing. So you're losing your income. You lost your medical insurance, your dental insurance.
You lost it all, insurance. Man.
You lost everything in one bam like that, man. That's bruh. That will cause you to put them paws on somebody. I know it will, man. You know.
Yeah.
What?
You know, man, I just every time I see that or hear that story, man, that my heart goes out to people like that, man. Because I'm telling you, it's like
it's happening,
and it's happening.
It's definitely happening.
I got a lot of them in my neighborhood like this. The same, you know, people that worked at the CDC, the people that work at the Atlanta VA, the people unemployed now, man.
That's crazy.
You know, I'm like, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But man, hey, look, shout out to all them, man, and I hope that you guys
come out on top.
Come out on top, man. I pray that you guys, you know, rebound from this and
gotta adjust.
And I hope there's some opportunities. I hope that there's people out there, employers outside in the private sector that see their worth. And pick them people up because they deserve to come out there and contribute to, because, you know, they work. They got a lot of skills, you know, that they can bring to the table or whatnot. So if you're out there looking for a great employee, man, and you know that these people are out there and these veterans that got all this experience and all that and whatnot, man, I would say, you know, put them on your team. They're going to help you. They're going to help you be a lot better. They're going to help you grow whatever you're trying to do. They're going to do that.
Yeah, that's good stuff there, man. That's a good call. Good to say.
Yeah, they can bring it to the table. So with that, I'm going to tell you guys to go ahead and like and subscribe us, man, on YouTube at BaldHead Reasoner. Email us at baldheadreasoner@gmail.com if you want to get at us, man. Let's put it out there, man. Shout out to my cousin, man, out there in Dayton, Ohio, man. Kayla Ellison. What up, though, man? Appreciate you there, cousin, for the tea, man. Tony, what's up, baby? Y'all need to get down here. Holler at your boy down here, man. I'm doing big things, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so...
worldwide too, man. My partner called me from Germany, man. My partner, he had a contract over in Germany, man. I talked to him a few hours ago. He's like, yeah, I'm tuned into your show, man. I'm checking it out again on Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all heard that, America? We got them over there in Deutschland hollering out. I'm telling you, I need to see subscribers tonight should jump through the roof. Should jump through the roof. I'll tell you what. I'm finna go ahead and do it for them, fellas. I'm finna do it. Because y'all stuff is on your way to y'all right now. Simone went ahead and sent it out to y'all today. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Hey, the first 5 subscribers that sign up to BaldHead Reasoner tonight, and y'all sign in, man, we're gonna send y'all a tee hot off the press. Ain't nobody got this merch but us. Okay, so 5 lucky people out there, man, y'all sign up. You hit me with your subscription saying you got a dog, and I'm gonna put you in the BaldHead Reasoner clan on me. Okay, you dig it? And I'm telling you,
snap!
Yeah, I'm doing that, baby, and it's fresh like that. I'm a man of my word, baby. Believe that.
They subscribe. They're gonna get OT. They're gonna get some merch. They're gonna get some free merch. They can't be like. Hey,
besides the 5 BaldHead Reasoners, ain't nobody in the world. Ain't nobody in the world got it.
They're gonna get the merch.
5 people. 5 people in the world got that merch right now.
5 people subscribe, gonna get that merch.
You better subscribe and get that thing, buddy. You better subscribe and get it. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Yeah. So hit that right now. Drop that email to BaldHead Reasoner. Say, hey, look, man, I subscribe. Screenshot your subscription and your info, man, and I'm gonna send you some hot off the press merch that ain't nobody else got but us. You dig? All right.
I'm about to do some old insider trading since that's the thing this week. I'm about to contact my family. Going and drop email.
Hey,
go and drop that merch.
I was already trying to do that just now when my phone dropped.
You better get that merch. Because check this out. Because as soon as we get that, each one of these BaldHead Reasons on this panel, man, gonna start getting the inventory shipped to them, man, and they're gonna start pushing them t-shirts out, and that's how we get paid. You know what I'm saying? So each BaldHead Reason gonna get X amount of t-shirts to go out there and push that merch out there, so we tap into the brand so we can grow this thing, man. We're trying to take care of our families too. Let us cook. Let them cook. You know what I'm saying? Let us cook, man. All right.
Hold on.
Yes, sir. Next topic, fellas. This or that. Man, what's better, man? Is it the NBA playoffs or the NFL playoffs? Number one, what better, man?
Playoffs? We talking about the playoffs? Playoffs? Nah, man. Hey, the slight edge for me is NFL, man. I love some NBA action, man. Being that I'm an old basketball official, man, but that NFL, man, it's the last couple of years they just been, grinding it out, man. And it's been very intense. I know our teams ain't been in there. I think we all, got the boo-boo face besides Lev.
Lev.
I know Lev gonna be like, rock.
Yeah. He in the black right now. He can't brag. He can't say that.
He out there. He in the twilight zone because he
fell off that bridge behind.
Yeah, man. He out there. He out there with a little ink dot in the blur body.
see, Lev be like outside and stuff. He a yard boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what light. Oh yeah.
He trying to come back into the light.
But
he done fell into that dang sucking place.
I know, right? But there he is. Yeah.
I had to go get my charger, man. My phone was running low.
Ah, damn.
Heard about them.
Hey, I thought he would have got a jersey or something.
Yeah, I got lifeline.
I heard all about the schools as I was leaving. Y'all can go and continue that. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We weren't talking about no Eagles. We were talking about barbecue chicken.
Yeah. Barbecue chicken. Hey, we were talking about flaming duck.
Yeah.
Call it what you.
My NFL, man. You know what I'm saying? The NFL is like, I can't wait for it to start. You know what I'm saying? When it ends, it's like, damn, no more football games, man.
What should I do?
What should I do, dog? But that's like NBA. They, it's still fantastic. Uh-oh, can't hear you.
Yeah, your sound gone. Sound gone.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, we hear you now. We take.
Okay, which one is it for you, Watch Dog? NBA or NFL?
Man, I'm gonna go with the NFL. I was gonna call it something else, but I can't say what I want to say. I was gonna say the man, I can't even say it, boy. The Ninja Football League. But I'm gonna go.
They're gonna get you, boy.
Hey, Roger ain't paying me no check unless I missed it in the mail. Where's that, Roger? Holla at your boy.
He'll find a way to find you. Roger will find a way to find you.
Hey, let Roger bring me some check. Let's Roger bring me a check. You roll up in my yard. My yard got a sign that said no trespassing. You trespass you want to. I'm just gonna let you know you're asking for something.
Right.
Other than your NFL check. But I'm gonna go with the NFL, man, because with the NFL, them boys, especially some individuals that's on the sideline that they ain't making no they making a league minimum, man. So this ride or die for them. They ain't guaranteed to be there next season, right? So for them in the NFL and the playoffs, the team make it to the playoffs, and unfortunately sometimes circumstances happen, somebody get injured. Them cats over there that ain't suited out but still on the active roster gonna get an opportunity to showcase themselves and try to be able to get a contract with some team or the team they still with, based off of what whatever may transpire. So I'm gonna go with the NFL based off of on those facts alone, because they ain't making that kind of money that the NBA making in the playoffs. These cats playing longer games, longer playoffs. The smallest bench, the lowest bench player over there making millions, sitting over there chilling.
True.
And wiping off the seat for the multi-millionaires coming over there to sit down and getting all the minutes. And they over there smiling, wondering why they always over there smiling with a towel on their shoulders to wipe off the seat for whoever coming over there to sit down and rubbing their shoulders and stuff. You know why they rubbing their shoulders and sitting over there? Because they making millions. But you look over on the NFL sideline, them boys over there like, man, I'm just trying to get on the field, coach. Trying to get on the field. I need, because y'all already told me I don't know if I'm gonna be here next year. You don't want that pink slip in. You don't want that pink slip in your locker when you leave after you lose that playoff game. They already got your pink slip sit. The staff, the towel boy that went in there and put your pink slip in your locker while you stand out there on the sideline. You don't even know. You coming there from the playoff and your pink slip, you open that locker and that pink slip drop out. What? I only made $500,000, and y'all took half of that, making me pay for dinner as a rookie. Huh? Man, the NFL, man. Because them boys need it, man. They more hungry. They need the money because, people thinking they make it. They make some money. Don't get me wrong. You sign $300,000, whatever it is, the league minimum. But when you got the vets making you pay for a $500,000 doggone dinner, when you only got paid $500,000, hold on, man. We got to split this. This one on instances where we're gonna split this check. I'm gonna whoop your and I'm gonna be starting because now I'm gonna jack you up.
Well, if it was me, I'll break tradition, dog. You think I'm gonna pay? I'll be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom, and I'll be in Cincinnati. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You turn around, I'll be out.
Man, you didn't do old Charlie Sheen, did you?
I'll get on up out of there, dog. You know.
You didn't do old Charlie Sheen.
I'm out of there.
I went to the bathroom and climbed out the bathroom window.
Hey, Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of there, dog. Lil, who is it, dog? How are you going to say NFL, dog? Because I know you got them old, because y'all the world champs. I know y'all the world champs.
We know you're going to say it got something to do with somebody with green color.
Yeah. Hey, I had to do, though? I had to take them out I had to take the Eagles out the equation. I had to take my New York Knicks out the equation. I had to do both of them to figure this question out, man. Because so if of course, if they're playing, that's the playoffs I enjoy at the moment. That playoff. But when I take them out the equation, I'm gonna still sit down and I'm gonna love an NFL playoff game, man. I'm still gonna watch all of them. I ain't watching all them NBA series, dog. If Sacramento playing. Doggone, I would say Detroit, but Detroit then came up. Sacramento played, somebody's
Portland, yeah.
Portland, yeah. I ain't telling you the truth. I ain't tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But NFL, I don't care who it is.
They playing Seattle Supersonics.
And
ain't no more.
Say about that. What'd you say?
They were playing Seattle Supersonics. They got this band. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, man, I don't care who's playing. So, I'm sorry, NFL, man. There's something about that. Hey, that it's final that quick. You know what I'm saying? You got one shot. NBA, man, you play that game, you might play a bad game. Now you can come back. It ain't really like life threatening or end of your season until game.
Man, you lost the first two series. You come back and sweep them for the next five.
Yeah.
NFL, boy, you out there, boy, three quarters down, you over there crying.
Them game 7, they something serious. I'm always gonna tune in with them, but that NFL, man, I can watch any play at any time in the playoffs. I'm gonna go with it.
NFL had your grip because you mess around have a tie playoff game and they go to overtime. You over there like, hey, church's money just got messed up. Somebody is upset.
Man, I'm gonna go NFL too because NBA, like you said, this when you watching the NBA, man, it can be like you said, game 1 or game 2, you can be down 0-2, and then you'll lose 3 or 4 straight. But now there are some regular season games in the NBA that have had you sitting on the edge of your seat. I know because I done been to like 500-600 games, but It'll have you sitting on your seat. But the NFL, though, man, I'm telling you, especially even though it was a blowout with your Eagles there, that was impressive to see, the Eagles come in there and smack around old goddamn Sugar Fingers, because Sugar Fingers was a bad man. Nobody thought that, I picked the Eagles to win for the record, because I thought they had a better team to me. But nobody thought that Sugar Fingers was going there.
Sugar Fingers gonna come out. Boy, he put those fingers down. If he'd have licked those fingers a couple times, boy, y'all have been in trouble.
Give me the play, bitch. Send me the play, bitch. Touchdown, bitch. First down, homie. So I thought, I'm like, yeah, Sugar Fingers come out there, dog. Nobody expected to see that, because that motherfucker he was a bad man. Yeah. But old Jalen Hurts, they did their thing. That defense did their thing. And they beat him up. They beat him up, man. You didn't see too many teams. They beat him up. The Eagles got after him, man. So that's what I like about it in the NFL. It don't really, every team, it don't matter. If you can have the exact same personnel, your team totally different. Because
boy, they're gonna do like neck bones on rice. I'm telling you, boy, they're gonna change just he's gonna like a neck bone on rice. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because last year's success don't have nothing to do with what's going on this year. Nope. They have nothing to do with that. You got to do it all over again, man. So all right. So which one of these are better? And I'm gonna stay right here with you, Lil. March Madness or college football playoffs?
You're going with this, man. You already know what I'm going with. Hey, I'm more invested in March Madness, man. My Duke Blue Devils, man, they took a bad one last week. But over the years, it's something about them, them 16 seeds, man, having a chance to upset a 1 seed or more, or even better. Every year, it's a 12 seed beating a 5 seed.
Every year.
And that stuff is exciting to me. And in the college football playoffs, it's still kind of fairly new. This format is still fairly new. And they came out the right way, because that college football playoff this first time, it was great. It was great, man.
The whole season competitive.
Yeah, but I think it's still got a long way to go to match March Madness. You got so many teams, because the playoffs, the college football playoffs, ain't but so many teams gonna make it, man. So it's a good chance your team might not be in there. That doggone March Madness, man, everybody's in there. You got
64.
65, really. You got 65 teams in there, man. And, right. And then you got the men's side and the women's side. Football, you just got one side.
Good point. Good point.
Hey, and women's basketball is, that thing smoking right now. Smoking. Hey, and I ain't just talking about just the games. I'm talking about just what's going on. Hey,
what's going on? Women in sports.
Yeah, big thing in the news today, man. You got a Malaysia full while transferring. In the transfer portal. That's like Ray Lewis. Saying, "Hey, I ain't playing for Baltimore this year. I'm a free agent. I want to go play for somebody else."
That's big news.
Yeah. So for me, it's March Madness, man, because it's just them upsets or something big, and to see the emotion on them guys, man, when they, little team beat a big dog, you can't get past that. I love that on both sides of the men's and women's basketball. So March Madness for me.
Good point. And you know what? You make a good point about women's sports. The Atlanta Dream right now already. Season they started, sold out.
They reloaded.
Sold out, and they do be packed too. Those games be packed down there at College Park, down there at the Skyhawks Arena.
I'll meet you there this year.
Yeah, let's tap in, dog. Hey, come on. You know what's up.
Already know.
What's up.
Already know.
Say less, dog. Say less. Say less, baby. You know what's up. Yeah, watch, dog.
Well, I ain't gonna fall too far from the tree. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. I'm gonna stay right there with what Lev just said. It's March Madness, bro. I was sitting there talking about that stuff. I was talking about with the family. They even looked at me and made a point to say, listen, March Madness is different than college football. You got to understand, that's Cinderella teams. When they stand up there, like Lev was saying, when they stand up there and come out of nowhere and spank somebody that's don't supposed to be getting spanked, and everybody now looking at their bracket and snatching it off the wall, off the clipboard, throwing their phone, smashing the TV in because they like, hold up.
Me last week.
Yeah. Like how they said, what? I know good and well that ain't the score. Yeah, that's the score. Them boys came out. They came out different. Them ladies came out different. They just showed y'all that you can't count us out. Just because you say we small in number, but we big in heart than they are, because they think they already had us beat. They didn't understand. We done watch more film. We done studied longer. We done did it because we want it. We want it better than they did. They didn't understand how bad we wanted to prove, because how hard we worked to get here to March Madness, to be invited to get. They different in March Madness.
Yeah,
that's different. The college football players, like Lamb said, the college football players, it's new. It's in its infancy with how they change it, because they keep changing it from year to year. But it's gonna get better.
They made the right move. They
did the right move.
Yeah,
they needed to expand it.
Yeah, they making the right moves and adjustment and understand. Like, look, you can't always just say that, hey, Alabama need to be there.
But that key point, though, that he made was it's women's and men's, because the women's game is off the chain.
Yes.
That's the key point.
That's the key point. And I did see that transfer portal notification, too. I know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, I saw that, too.
Boy,
I saw that, too. Yeah. Woo. That's big. That's big news.
That's one of
big news.
Yeah, you don't know what to say. You just look at it like, huh?
Well, we got affected about it in the men's, man. You know, Asian Newell, our center, he going to the draft, and then our point guard, you know, he transferred, man. He entered the doggone transfer portal. I was like, I didn't want to hear that, because I thought he was having a great season, but he's a freshman, so I was like, I was disappointed in that, man. But oh well. Obi-Wan, March Madness, college football playoffs. Which one?
Playoffs? We still talking about the playoffs? Nah, man, it's like everybody else said, man. It's March Madness for me, man, because you know I love the underdog, man. I'm always looking for that underdog, man. And when you got somebody that's hungry, man, them lower seed teams, man, when they come in, man, and they put a whipping on some of them top ranked teams, I'm like, yeah, that was those 2, 3, and some 4-star athletes that came out of high school. And, you know, you got all them 5-star and 4-star athletes that went to some big D1 schools. Now, they done got their butts handed to them, because those were the cats that, you know what I'm saying, that was overlooked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, when it came to the recruiting process.
They hit them with that, what them fans at?
Yeah, what them fans?
They ain't got no big NIL. They ain't take that NIL money, none of that.
None of that, man. And, you know, that's what it's all about, man. That's what makes sports. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes sports so dominant. You know what I'm saying? When you got those players that's hungry and getting out there and grinding, man, and you know, and ain't giving the doggone who out there looking at them, man. They just want, at the end of the doggone contest, they want to be, you know, have the most points or whatever on that scoreboard, and we got this dub.
They flashing back to that. They flashing back to that in the corner, on the street corner at the park, back in the hood, showing you that, hey, my game is better. I done improved. You know, now he's showing you, hey, I'm no inhibition. They had nothing to lose.
And that's where you get at. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's actually done relied on their God-given ability, and then you got, on the other hand, you got them students of the game that's staying with it and
grinding
and perfecting their craft. You know what I'm saying? Perfecting their craft. And them boys got to that point where, hey, dog, look at the scoreboard. Who's up? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Who's up?
Yeah, I like seeing those small schools like that you don't normally see, man, get a whole lot of visibility. Like those, like, you know, what's that, St. Bonaventure and them little small schools like that, man. Up in the tournament, I'm talking about making noise. Making noise, you know.
Bro, let me tell you, man, this is no lie, man.
And people like that. You like, dang, where y'all came from, you know?
This is a true story, man. Being back at Fort Polk, you know what I'm saying, refereeing high school basketball there, man. There was a small school, and I'm gonna put them on the map tonight, man, called Zawali. Zawali High School, man. They were green and gold. They were a Class C school, man. That means they didn't have no football team. I think they had a baseball team, but they were a very small school. Man, them boys used to beat up on some of the big schools, man. When I tell you them boys get the ball off the rim, if they catch a rebound, they cross in half court in 2 seconds, dog.
They're long.
They were running, man.
Yeah,
they were just so quick, man, and it was crazy. I don't know if they still have the same mindset. I don't know if they still have the same coach. That was what? No, it was some years ago. You know what I'm saying? But them boys, man, that school right there, man, was very impressive for to be a small school. But you know what I'm saying, that it goes to show you, man, March Madness, March Madness is where it's at, man. You know what I'm saying? College football playoffs, they're on the rise.
Yeah.
They like Lev said, they incorporated a new system. You know what I'm saying? Let's see the next couple of years, see how that plays out. You know what I'm saying? Our opinions may change after that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can see the college playoff system is working. But, March Madness is mine.
I think we're unanimous on this, but I will say college football playoff, man, it made for one of the better seasons in college football that I've seen in a long time.
For sure.
Because it seemed like the regular season games were like ultra competitive, and teams that normally wasn't that, you didn't look at and say, well, they're going to do something. I'm going to tell you right now, boy, by week 3, didn't nobody want to, in the SEC, you didn't want to play Vanderbilt. You didn't want to play South Carolina. And you did not want to play Kentucky. Them teams, you didn't want to Tennessee. You didn't want to play them teams, because you got the Georgias, you're gonna see Georgia, Alabama, LSU. That's the powerhouses of the SEC. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm telling you right now, South Carolina had probably the best defense in the nation to me.
They did.
In the SEC, they definitely had the best defense in the SEC.
Yeah, they had a couple. They had maybe one, maybe 2 bad losses early in the season that caused, and they weren't bad losses. It's just games they should have won.
Should be Alabama.
Yeah,
should be Alabama. They had them.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you another team that was sneaky good because they just had the will to win, and it was all their quarterback. Vanderbilt was just dangerous.
Yeah,
they was dangerous, man. That boy looked like Johnny Manziel to me out there.
Oh, Dino was his name.
Yeah, man. He looked like Johnny Manziel to me. And then the other team that was in the SEC that if you didn't score 50, you couldn't beat them. That was Ole Miss,
Yeah.
Because, you got to score. Them boys will put it on your head, Doc.
Accent Dart.
But then I go back to March Madness. I think the marketing, it's just the enormity of college basketball. Everything that March Madness encompasses, man. Just look, it just brings out the best in all schools. It's like if you had aspirations of being in the NBA, you could have went to any school. If you got in that tournament and you went in there and you represented, you put your school and put yourself on the map as far, hey, that's a kid we need to watch. If you down there, and I'm not slighting none of these schools, but if a guy playing the University of Georgia, it ain't likely that they're gonna say, I don't want that guy. I'm gonna get that dude out of Valdosta State down there. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, CJ McCollum played at Lehigh. Hey, and put it on Duke in the first round of the tournament, man.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, Lehigh. Yeah. He had heard nothing about him before that tournament started. Nobody. Yeah. And that dude got to run in the tournament, man, and the rest is history. You know what he did in the league. Or what he did.
On the map.
Look at John Morant, Murray State.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, they guys are tough, man. All right, so I got an intriguing question for y'all. I'm gonna let Watchdog start us off on this one right here, since old Andrew ain't here. In their prime, Watchdog, man, who you taking, man? Stephon Starberry or Kevin Quick crossover KJ Johnson?
Don't say the wrong thing now.
It's a tough one. I knew it's a tough one because it took me when I wrote. As soon as I sent this out, the script, 1 minute after I sent this out, Noble was like, "Boy, this is gonna be a good show right here, man." He said, "I can't wait to Friday."
I'm still looking at you, trying to. Hey, I've been trying to come up with my response to this for a minute. I don't know if to go KJ, because KJ was nasty, man. Just keep him off the 3-point line. But KJ was nasty, man. Yeah. Man. Bruh. Boy, I still got a pair of Marlboro jeans right now. Stephon Marlboro jeans right now. Boy, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go. I ain't even like, boy, I still, y'all laughing. Them jeans fit right, man. They still fit right to this day, man. They fall right. I don't even understand. Boy, they look great with a pair of damn.
You got some of the Starberries, boy?
He talking jeans, not the pants. He's talking about the jeans, not the shoes.
The jeans. I'm talking about the jeans. Them jeans fall right, man. They fall over a pair of basketball. A pair of what? I wear them with a pair of my red Jordans right now, man. They fall so pretty. I be trying not to wear them. I be like, Man, this man been at the league. This man, hey, Larry, you know what I'm talking about? This man been at the league for a minute, man, but these jeans fit just right, brother. I don't care what I do, but they look right. Huh? They look right with the hook. Man, they fall right. But hey, I don't know what y'all laughing. Boy, I got those. Y'all laughing. And them jeans old. Jeans old. I can't even get rid of them. I'm keeping them.
Going with though.
Huh?
Going with though.
I'm going with it, man, but man, y'all wrong for this. Boy, they had okay. Marbury had one extra season.
Just choose one.
Marbury had one extra season. He went and played overseas. He had a lucrative, great career overseas as well. That's the one step up. If I want to go and not look at the things that off the court that cause issues for KJ, I'll say KJ because he was more balanced. He was a man. He was more.
We just talking about the basketball player in their prime.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go KJ, man. I get it. Marbury had a little bit longer time, but KJ has some. I'm going KJ, man. Okay. You hurt me with that, man. I'm going KJ.
Okay. Starberry.
There's a famous rapper that says, "A million ways to die, I choose one." You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you.
Come on.
My thing is, my man Steph Marbury had two primes to me. He had a prime when he was with the Knicks, and he had a prime when he was with the Beijing Ducks. That brother got a doggone statue, a postage stamp, and a doggone museum. He's in the museum, dog. Like, huh? That brother's in the museum, man. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, KJ, I ain't gonna lie, man. He gave my Bulls, you know what I'm saying, a fit, you know what I'm saying, with old Jordan age. But, you know what I'm saying, Jordan prevailed. But, KJ was a problem. You know what I'm saying? That boy, when he penetrated that paint, he was going to either lay it up, you know what I'm saying, or he was going to dish it off. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely a problem.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. Yeah, he loves spirit fingers, but hey, he ain't get that ultimate prize.
Yeah.
That doggone championship. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why that brother ain't in the doggone Hall of Fame yet. You know what I'm saying? I think his numbers speak for themselves where he should have been in the Hall of Fame. But, my thing is, man, Steph Marbury is a beast, man. That boy out of when he was with the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? He used to do his thing. But man, when he went to China, man, he could have probably been the president of China, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy was doing his thing. And he bought them boys 3 championships, man, out in Beijing. Beijing Ducks? That's what they was called? But mine's gonna be Stephon Marbury, man. He was that's my pick in their prime.
Starberry or KJ?
Man, I'm about to hit y'all with old Stephen A real quick, man. I've been listening to y'all bloviate about doggone bloviate Stephon Marbury all this time. That was an excellent soliloquy, but you're wrong. But you're wrong. Hey, much as I love me some Starberry, I'm a Knicks fan, man, through and through since I was a little.
He is that, dog.
But hey, as much as I would love to go with Stephon Marbury, I think y'all getting caught up in the hype that was Stephon Marbury. KJ was a quiet dude, man. He was a quiet assassin. That dude was an assassin. I know y'all saw KJ go up and punch that thing on Seattle in the playoffs. I know y'all saw him go baseline and punch that thing in the playoffs. Now this over doggone
get those Supersonics.
This Sean Kemp and what's the big man?
Elijah Warren got some of that too in Houston. KJ went baseline on him.
You're right. Hey, but the thing that sold me when I saw this, I said, man, this is tight. This is a tight race right here, like always. But let me go look up some stuff. And one of the things that stood out to me was them playoff numbers. All right, if you look at the playoff numbers,
yes,
KJ stats, they're not even close. They're not even close when it comes to playoffs. And if we talking about in their prime, yeah, I know. Hey, I know Starberry went over there to the China, man. He playing against Ming Lee, Ming Lee and them, man, and put up some big numbers, dog. But
Wu Tang.
Yeah, they're playing against Wu Tang and put up some. But like, playoff KJ, that dude was. You had the game plan for that dude, and I ain't talking about that's no number 2 and 3 option and all of that. And he was on a team with some, when he on the team with Dan Marley, he was on the team with Tom Chambers,
Barkley, Dan Marley, Thunder Dan. Yeah.
And a lot of them playoffs games, it was KJ that was pulling them over the top.
Yeah.
So I think Starberry the flashier player, man, and he ain't no slouch at all because he's one of my favorites all time. But if I'm picking somebody in their prime to go out there and win a basketball game, I need a point guard. I'm going with KJ, man, the quiet assassin.
Okay. Well, you know what? I threw this question out there, man, because I knew it was stars from Rutgers, but I'm gonna tell you it's a very easy one, dog. It's Kevin Johnson, and I ain't even got to think about it because I'm gonna tell you right now, dog. Kevin Johnson was a bad man. Marbury was tough and all that, but he had some good years in Minnesota, had some good years in New York or whatnot, but it's two different classes of people when we talk about them two guys right there, man. KJ was a bad boy, okay, and he just wasn't in that class. He going over there playing against Eat Fresh and them guys over there we left in Okinawa. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even the same guys, dog. Y'all know. I'm gonna tell you who Eat Fresh was, dog. Eat Fresh was a guy in Okinawa, right? He was a Japanese guy. He worked at Subway. Okay, but he had this long ass Japanese name, right? And this dude could ball too. Now this dude could ball. He could hoop, man. With it, and he was about 6'3". He could hoop like hell. So, I wasn't gonna try to say his name because his name was long as hell, right? So I know he worked the Subway, so I called him Eat Fresh. Every time I see him, I call him Eat Fresh. So all the boys that called him Eat Fresh. So his nickname became Eat Fresh. So Fresh, Fresh can hoop though. You know what I'm saying? He can hoop, but Fresh was playing against us every day, and he had to get acclimated playing against us, So, when Marbury went over to China, he already had the advantage because, people like Eat Fresh and all that, as good as those guys are, and I'm not saying they're not as good, but, the game a little different over there, a little more finesse, not as physical.
You can't do a little something.
Yeah, everything a little different, but I ain't diminishing Stephon Marbury was a bad boy because they had a lot of star power. That's why they call him Starberry. He was a bad boy now. Yeah. But I don't care if it's Starberry, Blueberry, Blackberry, or Cherry. He can't mess with Kevin Johnson, dog. It's KJ all day. You know what I'm saying? All day long.
Hey, and I had strawberries that lasted about 1 month too before the soul came off. Put them little 1 star on the back. I had them, dog. I had me a white and blue pair.
Strawberries?
I had them old Starberries.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, hey, y'all know. Hey, if I can remember the store name that sold all them stuff, that paraphernalia, boy, I cannot think of the name because they sold Serena and Venus stuff too.
Yeah.
Boy, you go in that store, you come out there about, hey, you multiple color.
Uh-oh.
Maxwell, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Listen, I took my daughter and them up in there, right? I told them, they told me we want to go to Lady Foot Locker. No, we can go over here. Y'all finna get some of these Venus and Serenas.
But you was doing like this here, dog.
Did it pause on me?
Yeah.
They ain't know what you were doing, dog.
I hit the tempo ball on you.
Yeah, you was pop locking, dog. You was over here.
Hey, my bad. Hey, what?
hey, watch dog.
Yo,
slide to the left.
hey, let me slide. Hold on. Crisscross. Man.
So check it out, man. We're going to jump into this last segment, man. It is called Off the Dizzle, man. We're coming right up top. Once again, we invite y'all to follow us at BaldHeaded Reason on YouTube and check us out on Spotify, man, the audio version, and email us at BaldHeadedReason. And once again, don't forget now, first 5 people, man, I'm telling y'all right now, man, listen, try to get these subscribers up. You want to get that brand new stuff exclusive, baby? First 5, hit us, BaldHeaded Reasoner. BaldHeadedReasoner at gmail.com. Screenshot that little subscription, man. Subscribe, get the notification, man. Send it to you, and I'm gonna send you a little something. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive. Okay. Off the dome, fellas. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Who or what are you putting on blast this week? Watchdog, run it down.
Let me run it real quick. I'm gonna get you real fast in your ear hole. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Last week I went for an appointment. I had an appointment. You heard the word appointment. Appointment means I will need to be there by that particular time for the appointment that I scheduled for my services. So I showed up to this dealership called CMA up here in the high state of in a great state of Virginia, as they call it, for lovers or whatever it is, Commonwealth. But my appointment was 08 for 8 a.m. because I had somewhere else to be by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Right, I needed to be in Virginia Beach by 4 o'clock. So I showed up prior to my 08 appointment, dropped my vehicle off, told them what I needed. They said, "Yeah, we got you, Mr. Maxwell. We gonna square you away, sir." Okay, cool. So 11 o'clock rolled around. I said, "Well, man, I ain't heard nothing about my oil change and about my state inspection." I'm like, "Just an oil change in the state inspection. This is 11 o'clock. Let me call them." So the wife called him, Mrs. called and said, "Hey, checking on the car. This is Mr. Last name Maxwell." They said, "Oh, yeah. Man, we figured out the key. It was the battery, so we got the battery changed." No, that's not the question. What's the status of my car? I'm not caring about the keychain and the battery. That's insignificant. I could have did that myself. But since y'all were gonna be doing these other two things, I figured I'd let y'all go ahead and do that too. But they're like, "Hey, call us back. The guy's going to lunch. He's gonna get back to it. He should be around noon." Okay. Noon means 12 to me. So 12, we let that go a little bit. We say, "Well, we're going to show up at 1:30. Let's, I'm going to call him back. No, we're going to go over there." So if I go over there because I track my car, I'm like, why does my car look like it's in the back of a parking lot somewhere? They got my car all the way in the back parking lot sitting over there chilling. I'm like, so let me go on the inside because we're supposed to be in Virginia Beach by 4. We're going to be late. Cause we got a gig. We got a thing we got to be at. This is messing with our reputation. So I show up and go in there and say, "Hey, what's my car?" Oh, the lady looked at me and squared my face and said, "It's in the bay."
And you were sitting in the back.
I say, "Ma'am, my car is not in the bay. I track my car. My car is not in the bay." I said, "You know what you can do though? You can go get my keys right now. Get my keys for my car. I'm up out of here. Get my keys." She said, "But it's not in the bay. I just right here, my car's back there. I just went and drove and looked at it. Go get my keys and bring me my keys. I don't need nothing." She came back and then brought me my keys. She said, "Well," I said, "Well, how much the battery? Because I don't want no problems. I don't want y'all to be trying to tell me I rolled off and I didn't pay for my service or something." "No, don't worry about it." I said, "Oh, okay." I knew, and I realized why they didn't want to do that, because they would have had to be obligated to send me an email for me to do a survey. They never sent me no email about no survey or nothing because they didn't do nothing with my bill, which really kind of pissed me off because guess what? I took leave from work to do that. I had to take leave again this week, and I just finished today. And I went to the next dealership, dropped my car off at about 8:30, 8:40 in the morning. I didn't leave that dealership till 4-something in the afternoon.
Ridiculous.
Huh? But if y'all look at y'all phones, y'all see what I really want to put on blast. Hey, bus driver in Hampton, Virginia. I don't know who gave you your driver's license, who taught you how to drive a bus, but I don't think blocking the entire intersection was what they told you to do. I just want to let you know that you pissed some people off and almost caused a major accident. Because the car that sped around you after you decide to block an entire intersection, boy, you need to get yourself together. Understand that. Don't do that again. I don't care how bad the traffic is, but you in an entire city bus do not need to block 3 lanes of traffic. Understand me? All right. That's what I had to say. I'm gonna leave it alone at that.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right. Let me tell you. The ones I want to put on blast tonight, and you can see them in my peripheral, the ones with that doggone Florida Lee back there. My New Orleans Saints. DC. Man, let me tell you, man. That used car that we got for a doggone quarterback. You know, they just renegotiated.
Well, that Chevy Impala, man.
They keep that clown there for this year, and now all of a sudden he got doggone. He needs shoulder surgery.
You know what I'm saying?
So that basically he done played them, man.
Yeah.
He done played them because he knew, you know what I'm saying, you got Rattler, and it was a possibility they was looking at Shedeur Sanders of signing them in the draft, or picking him up in the draft, excuse me. And I don't think, even though he got years and years of NFL experience, I don't think he can outplay them boys, man. So Kellen Moore,
I think this is wonderful.
Hey, I love what Kellen Moore is doing because he got that young mind. He's gonna bring them boys to a point where, hey, you either put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a quarterback himself.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you see what he did with
the limitations. He know the limitations and expectations at that position.
Exactly. And, you know, hey, Derek Carr, hey, he knew the writing was on the wall. So he had to do what he had to do. And hey, I ain't go hate him for it. You know what I'm saying? I just hate the Saints for, you know what I'm saying, keeping this dude around, giving him, you know, the person to blame is Mickey Loomis and doggone Dennis Allen, who's our former head coach, for keeping this dude. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's go ahead and get old Shedeur Sanders, man. You know, let them boys battle out in training camp, because you gonna have two great quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I like Rattler, man. People talk about him.
He's gonna be good for Rattler.
That's a bad boy right there. Now.
That's a good coach for Rattler, man. Yeah, that's a good coach for Rattler.
Hell yeah, and you know, and bring Shedeur Sanders in. Hey, let's go, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Shedeur is gonna be available, man, because for whatever reason he's dropping in the draft, and I don't know what they looking at.
Yeah,
I seen enough to know that dude.
Is this right here? Is this?
But you need that positive.
Hey Tim, I'm gonna say that he dropping because of that, and I don't even know why he's doing it, because if why you won't let a man speak be confident about his ability? How is my confidence detrimental to my career or my potential in the NFL? You got others.
Disagree with that, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, you know who your daddy is. Okay, yeah. You gotta be aware that anything that you say is gonna be magnified more than the average person, because you are talented. And because you're ultra talented and probably a generational talent, just go out there and play football, man.
Yeah. The thing is, with the Saints, man, they got a talented locker room, man. They got a locker room that actually, you got players in there that actually care. You know what I'm saying? They go bring that young man along and say, hey, dog, you know what I'm saying? Just do you, man. Do you. Don't worry about the hoopla. You know what I'm saying? Outside the locker room, man. Don't worry about that, dog. Just come in here and do what you
can say that this dude is not a generational type talent. There's nobody that can say that, you know, because he's got them skills like that. Just go out there and play football, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this, Tim. With that being said, why are we seeing videos already of the youngest Manning talking about what he's gonna be?
Say the same thing, and I say the same thing about him. You know
what I'm saying? They showing this kid he not even Archie. That's currently in college.
But you know the difference is this too, though. Here's the difference. Here's the key difference. In Texas, they didn't even feel like you was the best quarterback on that team.
Right.
Just because your name Manning. That's the difference. You don't have the skills that Sanders have. There's no question that Sanders go to a team, he gonna start right away. There's no question about it.
I'm with you, but I wasn't talking about Sanders and Archie. I was talking about the youngest Manning. Now Archie, it's another one. They were watching him throw the ball to professional players, talking about here's the next prodigy. I'm like, hold on.
They're gonna do that because of his name. They doing that because of his name.
He got to show that on the field. Until he show it on the field, it don't mean nothing.
But watch what I'm saying with that now. Watch what I'm saying with that.
Yeah. Well, you know, but like I said,
them, but when the Sanders clan is doing it, it's a problem.
Well, no. With the Sanders clan, look, I agree with your point. I'm just saying, but for Shedeur, to me, Shedeur, with the things he done accomplished in football, you ain't got to say nothing to nobody. All they got to do is just go turn your film on, Doc. And they can see that you are the real deal. You the truth. You know,
but sometimes they asking them questions, man. They asking them questions that they know he's a confident kid, so he's gonna he's a confident young man, so he's gonna
answer that way.
say it with what they think is arrogance, but he's just saying it with confidence.
He's saying it with confidence, and he's saying just.
You're right. He's got to know, don't fall for that.
Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that.
Yeah.
Because I know who my dad is. You know what I'm saying? I know who my dad. I'm gonna always live in my dad's shadow. He ain't gonna never get out of that. You know.
Right.
That's the biggest thing about Bronny. I almost feel sorry for Bronny at times because I don't care what he do in the NBA. You ain't gonna never live down the fact that you LeBron James kid. You ain't gonna never do it.
You're not gonna clip on numbers.
And you're an NBA player too. If you want to do something else, you might have a shot. If you was an actor or something like that, you have a shot of making your own name. But it's just like Denzel's son. Okay. Yeah, you ain't gonna never be Denzel, and he's a good actor.
Or
but you
Jordan,
ain't gonna be
Jordan's son.
You ain't. Yeah, Jordan's son. Come on, man. You ain't gonna never live up to that. Yeah. Trash. Yeah, he was trash. Trash.
Hey, that man resorted to. Excuse me.
Yeah.
While he was in college, while he was in college trying to make a name, he should have pledged the fraternity of Butt Phi Dookie because he was trash. Okay, that's what he should have pledged, dog. Butt Phi Dookie Incorporated, dog.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Go on, dog, before we get banned, man. Let's move on.
What I'm saying?
we'll get shot. Hey, we're gonna get shot of the atmosphere.
We about to get called. We about to get called to the office, dog.
Because he was trash.
Some people gonna come for us, man. Cut it out.
Hey, it'll come out our throat because we telling you the truth, but you don't want to hear it. But I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, I ain't the only one to think that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I can tell him that he's good, but ain't gonna be lying to him, dog. Look, you a good man, you probably got great character and all that, but you trash, dog. Trash. Okay. All right, I'm going on to Liam right now, dog, before I get started, because I got a monologue myself.
You about to be the new episode 26.
Hey, I'm about to go and change the game on y'all, dog. Hey, I'm putting on blast tonight. I'm putting on blast Mr. Tim and Simone Harvey. I'm putting on blast Tim and Simone Harvey, a.k.a. the First Lady. I'm putting them on blast. Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. Hey, tell Simone don't come for me, dog. I done seen how she go get them when they did her wrong. I done seen it.
I'm going to tell.
Don't do it, dog. Matter of fact, edit it. Hey, I want to get it out there, but edit this part out before she look at it, dog. Give her a different version.
You're going to do it?
I'm putting them on blast, dog, because they done spoiled me, man. They done spoiled me, dog. Hey, they done scarred me for life. Hey, I never go to another NBA game and just go sit in the bleachers and watch the game. I can't walk in the arena. First of all, I can't even walk in the arena where anybody else walk in the arena, dog. I'm too big time for that now. I'm too big time for that now, dog. Hey, Obi-Wan. We came underneath the arena where the players and the stars come in, dog. Hey, that's the first thing. I ain't done it yet now. I ain't done it yet. We came in the arena where the players and the stars at. I just wanted to be happy to see my Knicks, dog. I don't care where I was sitting.
Why are you doing this? Go ahead.
Dog. Hey, you can't talk right now. Sit back and take that. Hey. When I tell you, dog, we came in the arena, underneath the arena. We ain't going in the arena yet. We ain't going to our seat yet, dog. Hey, we going to the spot underneath the arena where they got all the food you can eat. Hey, I ain't done. They got all the drinky drink you can drink. I ain't done. They got Atlanta's finest desserts underneath there. And when I say all the drinky drink you can drink, I'm talking about just go up there and tell them, hey, go on, run it. Go up there and tell them what you want, dog, and they got it for you. That's what I'm talking about. As many times as you want
to. Hey. Do I hear baller alert?
We still ain't made it in the arena yet now. We still ain't made it to our seat yet, dog. Hey, so we sitting down enjoying that fine cuisine. We got the doggone director. What's his title? What's Kyle's title? Man? You can talk now.
Sales and operations.
Director of sales. Hey, not the sales and operations associate. We got the director of sales and operations. Hey, come over to our table and greet us, dog, and say, hey, I hope y'all enjoying. Hey, I hope you're enjoying yourself, sir. Welcome to the A. And say,
come on now.
help yourself. Hey, if you got any problems, just let me know. And, hey, this dude and Miss Simone done spoiled me, dog. I can't go to Hey, I got to splurge every time I go to a game now because I can't go back to normal. I done seen what great look like. I can't go back. Hey, I can go to game 7 of the doggone NBA championship, and if I just got to go in there and go to my seat, I ain't gonna like it. It ain't gonna be good enough. Game 7.
Hey, Larry gonna be like, man, some bullshit, man.
Some bullshit. He can't watch the game because he's disgruntled.
We sports fans, though. It's the first time I've been to a game where I was like, man, do I want to watch the game or do I want to stay underneath this tunnel and enjoy this food? But this dude said, hey, well, they'll bring the drinks to you, dog. You can go do both.
Damn.
Say something to you.
Hey,
but then when we go inside, yeah, like that, dog. Then we go inside, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting to go up. I'm expecting to go up, some rows and sit up there, man, about mid-level, something like that. He said we're taking care of us. I'm like, all right, mid-level, that's straight, dog. And we go up, man. I take about 3 steps and I'm in my seat, dog. 3 steps, and I'm in my seat, dog. I'm over there about to dap up doggone cat. I'm about to dap up Carl Anthony Towns, dog. We right here. So I'm putting these jokers on blast because they done messed up my life, dog. I can't go to another NBA game. I can't be no regular dude no more. I'm big time, dog.
Hey, you're in that acute stage right now, dog.
Yeah, in that acute. Yeah. Hey, and the best. Hey, watch, dog. I was on that 26 after about 6 or 7 drinks, dog. 26.
Dog. Hot as hell, sweating like a mug.
My partner told me, man. He said, man, you was in there talking loud as hell. Hey, man, but hey, I say I put you on blast, dog, but I could not go through this show without putting it out there, man. Hey, boy, you took care of me and my partner, man. You took care of me and my partner, man. You and Simone, y'all, hey, I can't go back to normal, dog. I appreciate y'all. So I'm putting y'all on blast, but for a good doggone way, man. Y'all hooked it up for me.
Boy, he telling all that, but look, he done did the same thing for me, man. Because his daughter played ball at University of Georgia. All I had to do is just say, "Lev, I want to come to the game." When I got there, I get a chance to go in the family gate. We sitting down on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't have to pay for nothing like that, man. So he did the same for me, man. He just tried to, you know what I'm saying? He tried to get me, but he done did it for me.
No, we ain't had no drink at that.
Hey, yeah, Gatorade.
Hey, no, they had Scrimps.
And them Scrimps, man, them Scrimps.
And they over there, whatever they get good. You got your shrimp cocktail, huh?
Man.
Hey, I don't even eat sweets like that, man. Them jokers had me eating doggone crushed walnut, red velvet cupcakes.
But hey, so that particular night, and he had a chance to see it that particular night. So the executive chef for the Hawks is G. Garvin. Y'all know who G. Garvin is, the celebrity cook. He was there that night too. He was down in the club. He came down there, and we talked to him a little bit. Then we talked to him a little bit. So we went over there. The cupcake lady he talking about, I know her from. We featured her on New Spot Alert ATL. You need to follow New Spot Alert ATL, by the way. Look it now, because they opened up a lot of doors for us. So that lady that ran the cupcakes that catered that night, we featured her at a grand opening of her store in Midtown. You know what I'm saying? So that's how she knew who I was. And because, when we went over there, she was like, yeah, you did a feature on us. Yeah.
They know it. They know everybody, dog. They know everybody. Got everybody on speed dial. They know everybody.
Man, stop that, man. Stop that. Don't do that.
How many phones you got on you? How many phones you got on you in there, brother?
That's ATL, dog.
I ain't got my one phone, dog. One phone.
Hey,
man.
you got one phone? You got one phone for all that, huh? You got one phone.
Simone got one too.
One terabyte. We got 1 terabyte of data going on that phone right now. You got 1 terabyte. He got 1 terabyte of data where he carry everybody.
That's Mr. and Mrs. ATL for sure. I didn't do it last week. I do it now.
We will talk about this off air. Okay.
I'm waiting on y'all billboard to be posted. When y'all billboard go up?
with that cut, okay? Hey,
when y'all billboards go up?
I don't even have an off the dome tonight. I'm done. Okay, this is
When y'all billboard going up? When y'all billboard going up?
Hey, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, he told me he had 2 phones, one for the charge and one for the plug.
Oh, well, you got one for the you got one for the minions and one for the little people.
Hey, but to wrap it up, hey, I'm gonna need y'all to make an appointment to talk with me many times, in the future, dog, because I'm that dude now. So
you gotta hey, we gotta get in your schedule.
Get with my people, because I'm big.
Hey, we're gonna make an appointment. I got you, Liv. I got you.
Hey, what? I can't stand y'all now, dog. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. This is BaldHead Reason, man. Follow us. Check us out, man, on YouTube, man, on Spotify, man. New episodes, everybody, man. BaldHead Reason tapping in, man. Appreciate all our listeners. Shout out to Reggie Well, man, my partner, man, my mentor from way back in the day for tapping in, checking us out, man. Hey, we out there every Monday, so come in and check us out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. BaldHead Reason. Every Monday, new episodes, YouTube, Spotify. Check us out. We out. Have a good weekend. We love y'all. Love, peace, and soul, baby. This is BaldHead Reason, and we out.
Yeah.